Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of kind of milestones, and whether you realize them directly or indirectly, they're for every entrepreneur. I know one of the first ones is when you get that first client and you realize, wait, people are going to pay me to do this. There maybe is something there, whether you're thinking long-term or short-term. I know every entrepreneur, regardless of business, getting that first client, piece of business, revenue, validates everything, gives you a lot of confidence and momentum. Otherwise, it's just an idea. It turns into a business when people are paying for it. And I think that was kind of the first step, and realized that clients were willing to pay pretty good money for it too. When I got to the stage of hiring the first person who's been with me for 10 years as of this week, getting to that was a big part where it's, okay, I'm willing to pay somebody else to help me and invest in the business. That's when all of a sudden you realize that you're all in. Moving out from the guest room into an office, a lot of those kind of, all right, those are things, when you sign a 3-year lease, when you hire people and that are dependent on you being around, that's when a lot of responsibility comes, and you start making different decisions. Those were kind of two of the early areas. And then I think when we started getting some really significant clients, even though we had some good brands early on that hired BrightWave, but once they started hiring us for longer contracts, and there was more rigor in terms of their process, and the industry started to get more mature and there was more competition out there, getting some big brands really made us realize, okay, like, we're doing something right, we're in a good space. If these brands, some of the greatest brands in the world, are willing to invest their marketing dollars and trust us, then we need to make sure that we're doing the right things and beyond just executing well and making sure that we don't screw up or anything. So that started to think about the company in a different way, and started to hire more people and think about it in a kind of 12 to 24 month frame. I don't think I started thinking 3 or 5 years out until a couple of years ago, because it's more, all right, just survive this year, see if we can grow a little bit, and by investing smartly, primarily in people, and keeping the same values, DNA, and seeing how the culture kind of organically builds, has served us well, and we've been able to grow every year, be profitable since the first year, not need any outside investment, and keep that going for 12 years is somewhat of an accidental journey. But when I step back, I do realize that we've made a lot of right decisions, and getting a team that's willing to go to bat and you can trust is crucial for any entrepreneur, especially if they don't want to consume, live, and breathe the company 24/7, which most people do early on. But you've got to be able to balance out a little bit for it to last.